Welcome back, deep divers. Today we're going deep on moral perfection.
Ooh, sounds intense.
It is. We got a request to dig into Allan Kardec's The Spirits book.
Kardec, huh? So like seances and spirits and all that?
Exactly. Chapter 12, all about what it means to be, well, a morally good person, according to the spirits.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So Kardec just chatted with the spirits and they spilled the secrets to moral perfection.
Basically, he asked questions through mediums and compiled their answers into this book. It's wild.
So what they say, what's the magic formula for being a good person?
Well, one of the first things Kardec asked was about the most important virtue, like what should we be focusing on?
Right, right.
And their answer is surprising, actually. It said it's not enough to just be, honest or kind.
Okay, gotta up the ante. So what, we gotta be like saints or something?
Kinda. They said the most important thing is self-sacrifice, putting others' needs before your own.
Whoa, that's a high bar. Like, are they saying we should all be martyrs or something?
Not necessarily martyrs, but definitely selfless. Like think Mother Teresa level dedication to helping others.
Okay, I see what you mean. But like, how do you even achieve that kind of selflessness? It seems almost impossible.
Well, that's where things get really interesting. The spirits actually suggested that people who are like effortlessly good, you just naturally do the right thing, might have,
Might have what?
well, they kind of hinted that these folks might have already wrestled with all those moral struggles, maybe even in past lives.
Past lives. Whoa, okay, now we're getting into some deep spiritual territory.
Yeah, exactly. It's like some people are moral rock stars because they've already toured the seedy underbelly of vice in their past lives.
Uh-huh. Moral rock stars. I like that. But what about those of us who are still stuck in the mosh pit of bad habits? Can we ever reach that level of effortless goodness?
According to the spirits, yes. They actually paint a really optimistic picture of a future where goodness just becomes the norm for everyone.
So like Earth 2.0, but everyone's a saint. Sign me up.
Right. They describe more advanced worlds where it's already like that and believe Earth is evolving in that direction too.
That's actually really hopeful. But let's be real, we all have our flaws. What the spirits say about our not-so-perfect sides.
They called out self-centeredness as a major obstacle to moral progress.
Okay, so selfishness, bad. Got it.
But it's not just about, being greedy or mean.
Oh.
It's more about a subtle self-interest that can taint even seemingly good actions.
Interesting. So even if I'm doing something nice for someone, if deep down I'm hoping to get something out of it, the spirits aren't impressed.
Nope. It's all about the intention behind our actions.
Makes you think about all those like social media posts where people are showing off their charitable acts, huh?
Totally. Like, are they really doing it for the right reasons? Anyway, the spirits also had some interesting thoughts about material possessions.
Ooh, money talk. What did they say? Were they all anti-capitalist or something?
Not exactly. They saw a strong attachment to wealth as, as a hindrance to spiritual progress.
Okay, so money can't buy you happiness or spiritual enlightenment. Maybe I should rethink that new phone I was eyeing.
Maybe. But they weren't saying that all wealth is bad.
Right, of course, nuance. So how did they view money then?
They called it a deposit that we're accountable for.
A deposit. Interesting. Like we're just holding it for a bit.
Yeah. And we're responsible for using it wisely and ethically, not just hoarding it or spending it thoughtlessly.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's not about the money itself, it's about our relationship to it and what we do with it. Kind of reminds me of that saying, it's not about having what you want, it's about wanting what you have.
Totally. Now let's talk about something a little more, shall we say, fiery.
Ooh, bring on the heat. What are we talking about?
Passions.
Passions, huh? Love, anger, jealousy, all those intense feelings that can lead us astray.
Exactly. But you know what? The spirits didn't view passions as inherently bad.
Wait, really? I always thought passions were like the slippery slope to Vice City.
Well, they saw passions as powerful energies that can be used for good or bad. It's all about how we manage them.
Okay, how do we do that? Like, sometimes it feels like my emotions are in the driver's seat and I'm just along for the ride.
The spirits actually used a really cool analogy for this. They compared passions to wild horses.
Wild horses, like a bucking bronco?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Powerful, but in need of a skilled rider.
And that rider is?
Our willpower. It's a battle between our inner wild stallion and our inner cowboy or cowgirl.
Love it. But what if your inner rider is like a total newbie? Any tips for taming those wild horses?
The spirits suggest we can ask for help from a higher power. prayer and connecting with our guardian angels can give us the strength we need.
So it's like having a spiritual coach in our corner, helping us train for that inner rodeo.
Exactly. It's not about suppressing those passions completely. It's about learning to ride them, to channel that energy in a positive direction.
Well, let's be real for a second. There's one passion that really seems to trip a lot of us up. Right?
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Selfishness.
You got it. And if I remember right, the spirits, they didn't hold back when it came to this one.
Yeah, they did not. They straight up called selfishness the root of all evil.
The ultimate bad guy.
Exactly. Like the big boss battle for moral perfection.
And I mean, I can kind of see how it connects to all those other vices we talked about. Like, if you're always thinking about yourself first.
It's easy to justify hurting others.
Yeah, to break promises, to be dishonest.
Basically, all the bad stuff stems from selfishness.
But what about those smaller acts of selfishness, like gossiping, being inconsiderate? Do those count too?
Oh, definitely. The spirits saw it as a spectrum.
Like, even a little bit of selfishness can throw things out of whack.
Totally. It creates negativity, disharmony.
It's like a poison.
Exactly. And the thing is, they didn't see selfishness as some kind of permanent character flaw.
So there's hope.
Oh, yeah. Big time. They believe that as we evolve spiritually.
Selfishness just sort of fades away.
Exactly. Like shedding an old skin.
Okay, so how do we speed up that shedding process? Besides, all the prayer and willpower training.
Well, they thought that understanding the spiritual realm helps.
Helps how?
Like it puts things into perspective.
So, like, our problem seems smaller
Yeah.
when we see the bigger picture.
Exactly. When we're so focused on material things, it's easy to get caught up in our own little world.
And that's where selfishness thrives.
Exactly. But if we realize that there's more to life than just, stuff.
Then our desires, our worries, they don't seem as important anymore.
Exactly. And that makes space for compassion and generosity.
But hold on, if selfishness is such a big problem, should a society be doing more to discourage it?
Oh, they thought so too. Kardec actually asked them about that.
And what'd they say?
They believed that a lot of societal structures actually encourage selfishness.
Really? But how?
Think about it. We're often taught to compete, to put our own needs first.
To get ahead no matter what.
Exactly. And that breeds selfishness.
So it's not just about individual bad choices. It's like the system itself is.
Flawed.
Yeah, yes, you could say that.
Hmm.
So how do we fix it? How do we create a world where selfishness isn't the default setting?
They had a pretty radical idea.
Let's hear it.
Charity.
Charity. Like giving money to good causes.
Well, yes, but also much more than that. They believed that if everyone embraced a true spirit of charity and fraternity,
Like if we actually cared about each other and worked together.
then that would be the antidote to selfishness.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
But how do we even start?
Well, they recommended something pretty interesting, a nightly moral inventory.
A moral inventory.
Yeah, basically taking a few minutes each evening to reflect on your actions.
Like, did I do anything good today?
Well, more like, did I fulfill my duties? Did I harm anyone? Did I do anything I'd be ashamed of?
Ooh, tough questions.
And they recommended taking it a step further.
Okay, how?
Imagine yourself standing before God with all your actions on display.
Yikes. I don't think I'd like that very much.
But that's the point. It helps you be honest with yourself.
About whether you're truly living a moral life.
Exactly.
But how do we know if we're being too hard on ourselves?
They had a really simple solution for that, too.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Judge your actions as if someone else had done them.
No double standard.
Exactly. And they also recommended seeking feedback from others.
Even our critics.
Especially our critics. They can often see things we miss.
That's some tough love.
But it can be incredibly helpful for growth. Think of it like...
A spiritual tune-up.
Exactly. And the spirits believed that this kind of nightly reflection, combined with prayer and a sincere desire to improve.
It can lead to real, lasting change.
Exactly. It's a process, not a quick fix.
So it's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and trusting the process.
Exactly. And speaking of work, let's circle back to that idea of charity. Remember how the spirits saw wealth as a deposit?
Oh yeah, like we're responsible for how we use it.
Right. And they saw charity as a key part of that responsibility.
Okay, so we're not just talking about, like, throwing money at a problem, are we?
Not at all. They had a much deeper view of what true charity means.
So what did they say?
Well, for them, true charity starts with compassion.
Like actually caring about other people.
Exactly. It's about seeing the humanity in everyone, recognizing their struggles, and wanting to help.
So it's more than just writing a check.
Right. It could be donating money, but it could also be volunteering your time, offering a kind word.
Just like being there for someone.
Exactly. Meeting people where they're at and offering support that actually makes a difference.
Okay, I get it. But like, how does that tie into the bigger picture?
Well, this is where things get really interesting. The spirits believed that embracing charity on a large scale...
Like if everyone did it.
Yeah, they thought that could actually transform society.
No, seriously. Like create a utopia or something.
Maybe not a utopia, but definitely a better world, a world where selfishness fades away and we support each other.
Wow. I mean, that sounds amazing, but is that even realistic?
They believed it was. But it requires a shift in how we think, a change of heart.
So we got to ditch the selfishness and embrace the charity.
Basically. And that's why they emphasize those virtues, remember? Justice, love, forgiveness.
Tolerance, respect for others.
Exactly. It's about living those values every day. And, they also talked about Judgment Day.
Oh, yeah. They weren't messing around with that.
Right. They said that those who live selfishly would face the consequences.
But those who practice charity,
they would be rewarded.
It's not just about avoiding punishment, though, right?
No, it's about living a life that's aligned with a higher purpose.
Wow. This deep dive has been intense. We've covered so much ground, from virtues and vices to passions and even Judgment Day.
It's a lot to take in, for sure. But I think the key takeaway is that moral perfection.
It's not about being perfect overnight.
Right. It's a journey, a process of growth. It's about those daily choices we make, those small acts of kindness.
And if we all commit to that journey,
we can make a real difference in the world.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. And remember, even small acts of kindness
can have a huge impact.
See you next time.